Good afternoon, students and viewers at home. Welcome to online lessons of today. I am Chukwuelue Helen, a former of Government Department from St. Charles College, Onitsha. My topic for the day's discussion is on constitutional development in Nigeria, pre-independence constitution and their main features, the Nigerian Council of 1914. At the end of the lesson, the students will be able to state two aims of the Nigerian Council of 1914. Secondly, mention three features of the Nigerian Council. Thirdly, outline three merits and three demerits of the Nigerian Council of 1914. And lastly, write above questions inside their classroom. Now, let us look at the main lesson. Step 1, the Nigerian Council of 1914. After the amalgamation of Northern and Southern Protectorate in Nigeria in January 1st, 1914, Lord Lugard constituted the Nigerian Council of 1914 with the Legislative Council of the Colony of Lagos, which existed before his assumption of office, and changed its name to the Nigerian Council. Aims of the Nigerian Council were 1. To cope with expected problems resulted from increased territory. 2. It marked a milestone in the constitutional development of Nigeria. In step 2, we have the main features of the Nigerian Council of 1914. Membership. It composed of 36 members, 24 officials and 12 unofficial members. The official members were mostly whites. The unofficial members were 6 Europeans, representing commerce, shipping, banking, mining, chambers of commerce, and 6 African chiefs and a few educated Nigerians from Lagos and Calabar. Only 3 nominated from the north and 3 from the south. After the membership, we have Executive Council. Under the Executive Council, the council were made up of Europeans who were governor, lieutenant governor or chief commissioner, departmental heads like colonial secretary, chief colonial secretary, attorney general, and financial secretary. Under the Executive Council, we have the Legislative Council. The Legislative Council had white officials in majority. Example, the governor, members of the Executive Council who were all Europeans and officials. Then, the unofficial members were 6 European merchants, African chiefs, educated Africans were appointed by the governor. Then, we come to the merits. Under the merits, 1, the council was purely an advisory body and deliberative council. Secondly, it was a medium for public opinion and not even an effective one in this regard. Thirdly, the council was just to discuss the governor's annual administrative proposals and policies, and it was the first constitution ever established to discuss the affairs of the whole of Nigeria. Now, following the merits is the demerits. Among the demerits are the members were not elected, but appointed or nominated by the governor. Secondly, it had no power of legislation nor finance, meaning that it had no legal power to make laws. Number 3, it was purely an advisory body whose advice could either be accepted or dropped at the discretion of the governor, who had a veto and reserve powers. The decisions are not binding on the governor. The Queen could even reject a bill passed by the governor. Lastly, the council meetings were irregular. They met only but once a year. Attendance unimpressive. Its decisions had no legal power. Lastly, Lugard reigned until his retirement as Governor-General in 1920 and was succeeded by Sir Humphrey Constitution of 1922. But it is worthy of note to stress that the Nigerian Council of 1914 was the first constitution ever set up in Nigeria to discuss the affairs of the whole country. And again, it was a milestone in the constitutional developments of Nigeria, meaning that it laid foundation for future constitutional changes in Nigeria. And this Nigerian Council exposes us to a wider variety of other constitutions in Nigeria. So, in conclusion, we are saying that the Nigerian Council of 1914 was the first ever set up to take affairs of the whole of Nigeria, ever established to discuss affairs of the whole of Nigeria. In evaluation, we are going to assess ourselves to know how far we understood the lesson. And on that note, I ask you the following questions. 1. Say 2 aims of the Nigerian Council of 1914. Secondly, mention 3 features of the Nigerian Council of 1914. Thirdly, outline 3 merits and 3 demerits of the Nigerian Council of 1914. And write the above questions inside your classwork. Read up Sir Humphrey Constitution of 1922 for the next lesson. Then you can contact me from my WhatsApp number, which reads 07068216417 from St. Charles College, Onitsha. Thank you very much and happy listening.